Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is trying to break through this important support level. In the previous video I indicated that what we need to do now is finish wave 2 off. Because we are coming down here in a 5-wave decline after we broke below the wave below of the triangle. We've been in a triangle here for a while now. So overall what we have here is a corrective wave. All of this a corrective wave structure after we came down on the 12th of May in a wave 3, moving up now in a wave 4. I think the wave 4 is finished, given that yesterday, and that's what I talked about in the last 2 videos, I think, that we broke actually below the wave B low here at 29.2k. That was needed for confirmation that further downside potential is unlocked, because this means if you move below the wave B, it means that you are breaking out of the triangle to the downside, no? And that gives confirmation, and this is currently how it's playing out. So we already are below 29k. We came down yesterday to 28.8. We then moved up. We talked about that in a wave 2 retracement. Looks like the wave 2 is finished, to be honest, because we moved actually below the low of the wave 1. That was important for confirmation or indication that the wave 2 is finished. But the wave 2, from my point of view, the wave 2 actually didn't retrace enough. Well, I said, it can go to the 38.2% fib level. Wouldn't be the ideal retracement level, but certainly possible. Seems like that was enough, it seems like that was enough. So it retraced from that fib level. Normally a wave 2 would go higher. Normally a wave 2 would retrace, at least to the 50% fib retracement, but it's not a must. It's not a must, but the highest likelihood for a wave 2 to get into and to reverse is between the 50% and the 78.6% fib level. That would have been 29.6k to 30k. But anyhow, yesterday we talked about a retracement to the upside. That worked out. It bounced off the 38.2% fib level a little bit earlier than expected, which shows the weakness in the chart. That is another thing. It shows a weakness in the chart. And now we are pointing to the downside. And if this really is the wave 3, then we can prepare for a bit of a further sell-off, because what we would then expect is a move down to 26k in this wave 3 here. If it is a wave 3, because what we need to expect now is a continuation of this 5-wave decline, which is just what we have to expect after the triangle has been broken. So how do we calculate that? Well, let's take the high of the beginning of the wave 1 and then to the retracement of the wave 2. Okay, and that gives us for the wave 3 now a target of 26.8k. That is a little bit higher than I think in the previous video. I think because we had to make assumptions where the wave 2 retraces to, but no, 26.8k is now the expectation where that wave 3 should land. And let's see if we actually get there. As expected, 28.6k is strong support area. This has been an area of support for a while now. Here, especially throughout May, various areas of support, and the 28.6k area is also the area that I gave you as minimum target to complete this overall correction. If you remember, back in November we already talked about 28.6 or 28.7k. I think it wasn't that accurate back then, but somewhere around 29k or below 29k, I told you that we need to get into that area to complete the overall correction. And we are now very close to that area. We've come back to that area now. After we moved into it once, we came out of it and we moved back into it now. Then we came out of it again and we are dipping our toes back into that area again. So as we're doing that and breaking the wave B triangle to the downside, we would now expect continuation to the downside. Next key support level for the bears to break will be 28k. As soon as we break this swing low, it should unlock lower prices all the way down to 25.5k. And then we should also make a lower low compared to that. And that could then finally be the completion of this overall correction. I do expect at least one lower low. As I said to you before, every low could now be the last one, but I think, especially given the shorter time frame Elliott Wave count, we should make one lower low. It's not a must, yeah, and I did explain that as well, and I'd like to repeat that because we already came into this higher degree wave count target area to complete the correction. We don't need to make a lower low. Until May, I told you it is needed to get below 28.6K. When we did that, obviously the higher level correction could now be finished, but the lower level wave count here shows us that we should make one lower low. And the reason for that is because this can be counted as a wave 3, this here as a wave 4, and the wave 5 would still be coming. And therefore we expect one more lower low. Also given the structure here, I explained in detail the weakness and the characteristics of this price structure in the past videos, because it is just nothing where you would build an all-time high on. And yeah, therefore likelihood is still to go lower. But yeah, it's holding quite well compared to some of the altcoins, absolutely. But again, we broke 28.6 briefly today. That is the next important step, but we are still above it. So I would expect at some point next here the breaking of the 28.6, and then what is important, the 28K level that we need to get below. So we can obviously continue down from here. What should not happen is a move back above 30.3K. That would not invalidate anything, but it would, well, yeah, it would invalidate the immediate downtrend. We would then need to find a different wave structure that would allow this downside potential still to unfold, or we would need to figure out what could happen next. At the moment, this is for me the most likely scenario, and so far it is playing out. In my opinion, it just is taking a bit longer than expected. But yeah, I mean, we've seen now various altcoins also dip lower as per my primary expectation, and it's just Bitcoin that is still holding fairly well. But we had the situation a few weeks ago before where Bitcoin was holding quite well and the altcoins were dipping lower. So as soon as we see Bitcoin here breaking below 28.6K, I think this is it, and we're going to have some kind of a major dip. Now that could happen today, given that the wave 2 in green was really weak. Yeah, really weak. And given that we're coming down lower now, it could be technically, it could still be that the wave B will be a bit extended and that this is just the B wave of the wave 2. But it is unlikely, therefore it is not expected. So it could be an A, and basically, yeah, overshooting wave B to the downside, and then wave C could still be coming. That is rare that the wave B would go below the low of the wave 1, but possible. So be prepared. That would be my first call. Should we make it back above the wave A high here at 29.35K? I think first of all, this should be just an overshooting wave B here, and the wave C still coming. So the wave 2 extension is just a little bit delayed. So that is that would be the call I'd make then, instead of saying, right, we are going back to the upside. It's not bullish. It would just be an extension of the wave 2. So yeah, all working out, going to plan. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.